or go to our Facebook wall, Class 913. Give us a like, give us a comment, give us a share, or give us a watch. This morning, I'm going to do a cocktail. I'm going to be focused on a number of issues, and I want to start first off with the Accra, Winneba goes all the way to Mankasim, goes all the way to Cape Coast, goes all the way to Alubo, goes all the way to the border, and possibly into La Côte d'Ivoire as well. One of the things I've always mentioned when it comes to issues of road construction in this country is one, the quality of the road, and the fact that if the road is of a certain quality, how it helps with what we call turnaround time. So for example, if you are planning your day like this, it will take me 30 minutes to get to this location, 1 hour to get to this location, then it means that I can go back and forth in about 2 hours so that I can get to do A, B, or C, or D, depending on how your day is like. Over the weekend, I had the opportunity to use that road to attend to a very important program. And one of the things that I saw, I had not used that stretch in a while because of all the construction works and because of what I had been told that it was causing a lot of delays, it was causing a lot of traffic, and the fact that if you're not using a certain kind of car, then it almost made it impossible. If you're using a saloon, by the time you're back, you probably have to go to the mechanic or go to the workshop first thing for a thing or two to be done, because Charlie, it would cost you a bit. So for some reason, every time I had to use that stretch, I had to devise other means, maybe get somebody at the other end to be able to fix it for me and all of that. And in line with this, it is not every time that I will sit here and call on the authorities to get something, or it's not every time that I will sit here and criticize. I would want to commend the team that is working on that project. I understand that that project has been given in lots. So what that means is that it's not the same company that is doing everywhere from Kaswa all the way to Winneba and beyond. So there are companies that are working maybe on the Winneba stretch, maybe from Winneba to Apa, maybe from Apa to Mankasim, and it goes on and on and on. But whoever is working on the stretch between Kaswa and Winneba, I have to say, is doing a very good job. That stretch around Budumbram and the traffic that it was creating all the way to Big Apple was very, very terrible. And it was like that for many, many years. I got there and I was surprised that, a tunnel of a sort had been dug and, some diversions here and there, which made it relatively easy. But as much as I would want to commend the organization or the organizations that are directly responsible, I see that you're doing the road in patches. So maybe, let's say Accra all the way to Nsawam, and maybe Accra to Abeka is done. But between Abeka to Achimota is not done. And then Achimota to St. John's is done. But between St. John's and Barrier is not done. That kind of thing. That's what I noticed on that stretch. I don't know if that is the plan or if that is the idea, or if it's more to do with the undulating nature of the land. Because depending on the nature, I noticed that at some points there appear to be a lot of stones in the soil. I am told that one of those stretches was the area where a blast killed about 3 people somewhere last year, because they needed to break the stones to level the land before the construction could go ahead. So certain areas of that stretch is undulating, which makes it a little difficult to do straight. So you do a bit here, you do a bit here, you do a bit here. I've seen the Honorable Abuja go round and around and round, which in itself is very exciting. Most often people are given jobs and then they sit in Accra and cross their leg. I am not particularly happy with the actions of the regional directors, the constituency directors, and whoever is at the other side, because there is a regional minister for Central Region, there is a municipal director, there is somebody from the departments of roads and highways. It doesn't have to take the minister to come from Accra to oversee the construction of work that is going on not far from Accra. There are people who should directly be there and ensuring that whatever timelines have been set for the road to be constructed is done. Because when we award a contract for 2 years, we are expecting that at every point in time, that project, if funding is available, would have gotten to a certain percentage. So 25% of the work is done, 30% of the work is done, 40% of the work is done by a certain period. Then you are making progress. But if for 2 years and after about 8 months, you haven't done even 5% of the work, then we have every reason to raise concerns. So kudos to whoever is doing it. But it doesn't mean that you should be sleeping on your oars. Everybody knows that if you want to go all the way to Enchi from Accra, you are using that road. So if you are using that stretch every single day, God knows how many cars use that stretch. So if people have to spend, let's say, 2 hours to do a certain kind of journey and they end up spending 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, it becomes a problem. Accra to Cape Coast, the last time I checked, was only 145 kilometers. You can do 145 kilometers in 2 hours and 30 minutes, or even less. I wonder whether there is anyone in this country today who can do Accra to Cape Coast in 2.5 hours. If you are lucky, you can do maybe about 4.5 hours because of the nature of the road. Sometimes up to about 5 hours. If you are going to places like Takrady and Takwa and those places, if you have money, then you go by air to Takrady and then you continue. If you want to do by road, you can't even do a round trip. That one, forget it. It will take you forever to even get there, depending on the time of the day you are even leaving town. And we shouldn't be having these kind of conversations in 2026. Elsewhere, they plan, because all of these contribute to the growth of the economy in one way or the other. If I'm a trader and I'm going to bring goods, and instead of taking me 2-3 hours to go and do it, I'm taking 18 hours to go and do it, there are other things that it would affect as well, which is not proper. And these are things that we should be looking at. The other thing that I also want to talk about briefly is the issue to do with the sanitation call by the chief of staff. You only need to move around Accra and then you see it for yourself. Daytime, you see all of these Aboboya trucks all over this morning, afternoon, evening, night. They are on the road with us. They are in traffic with us. The worst part is that they are not even covered. You are driving by major streets. You see garbage littered just by the side and side of the streets. As for the gutters, it's another conversation altogether. And yet we sit here and we pretend as if we are doing something about it. Sadly, it does not appear to anyone that we are doing anything extraordinary about that. And I've got to be very honest about it. It does not appear to me that we are doing anything extraordinary about it. We are not. And once all we do is to sit here and speak grammar. As for the grammar, we can speak very well. But if that is all we are interested in doing, just sitting here and speaking grammar, then sadly, just like it appears that we are losing for the Galamsey fight as well, we are losing the fight against sanitation. Were we not here in this country when we're told by the leader of the previous administration, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, that he wants to make Accra the cleanest city in Africa? We know what happened. I'm sure that was a good thing, and we would have applauded it. But it takes a whole gamut of things to ensure that that happens. From you and me, to the municipalities, to the districts, to the minister, every single person. It cannot be done by one person. It should be a clarion call. This thing where we do a cleaning once in a month, to be honest, in my opinion, it is a complete waste of time. If you are cleaning in 1 month and you are dirtying the environment in 30 days, if it is 31 days, and you clean one day, even that one day is not a full day, a few hours, and then the rest of the month, you are littering the whole place, what have you done? Tell me, what have you done? Look at the gutters. We clear the gutters. We collect the waste from the gutter. We leave the waste by the side of the road for 1 week. It rains and then the water collects back into the gutter. What have we done? What have we done? Like with the Galamsey fight. We are chasing people from the forest. We are seizing excavators. We are seizing guns. We are seizing vehicles. But the people are still in the forest. So how is that happening? A couple of months ago, we were told by the EPA boss that we're going to try a treatment called Nano, and it was going to cost about 200,000 to ensure that our water is purified. Our water is getting worse. Yet, because of which side of the political divide you belong to, if this one talks hate, if this one talks to hate, it doesn't look like there's a national approach to these things, forgetting that it affects all of us. You sit here in Accra, you think you are safe. The plantain you went to buy at Makola or Malata or Newtown or the market close to you, do you know where it is coming from? The garden eggs, the okra, the tomatoes, do you know where it is coming from? It is coming from these same Galamsey infested areas. So you sit there and be doing politics with it. You sit there and be doing politics with it. This is class 91.3. Unfortunately, like I told you earlier on, I cannot take any phone calls today because my phone lines are not great. We have some technical issues today, but You can still reach us on our socials. We're streaming live on Facebook. We're streaming live on Facebook, but we can't take calls at the moment. But you can send me a voice note if you feel so strongly and passionate about something this morning, including the issues I've raised. I'll be very happy to hear from you if you're able to send a voice note on 0500,000 202, and I would appreciate that very powerful contribution you would want to make on this platform. I would appreciate that so much. If you can send me a message on that same number as well before we start the conversations in studio, I would also appreciate that. Or if you can send us a message on our Facebook platform, we're streaming live. Look out for us on class 913. Our WhatsApp number remains same, 0500,000 202, 0500,000 202. Again, I would want to apologize for our inability to take calls because of challenges with our phone lines. You don't send your name, but you see, Doc, Ibafus are captain all the way. You don't add your name. Please do well to add your name. Okay, this one is coming from Abdul from Sun City in Tema West. Abdul says, this Galamsey talks and fights is nothing but a charade. It's a cabal of people from the lowest person in a local authority to the highest in the district to the regional and to national. And that is the reason why the fight is nothing but a joke. Mr. President, you have a legacy tenure. Please don't jeopardize it with certain few greedy ones in authority, including your own appointees. Kwame, how do these contractors calculate the percentage of a completed project? Did I hear the motorway is 50% complete? Abdul, challenge me a week safe because I used the motorway just maybe a little over a week. Charlie, what I saw there, it is almost impossible for anyone to convince me. I don't know how they do the calculation, respectfully. But what I saw when I used the motorway, tomorrow is exactly 1 week. I used the motorway. And what I saw there, it is impossible for anybody to tell me that it is 1 week complete. It's 50% complete, like half of the work has been done from what I saw. Maybe they have their own way they do their calculations, Abdul. That's the only way. Maybe they have their own way. Because what I saw, it's impossible for anyone to convince me that 50% of the work is done. Oparin Suhum says, if Samijan Fee and SPA communicators think they will destroy Apenyo marking to cover the mess he has created, then I'm very sorry for him. I beg Ghanaians, let's vote for Dr. Baumia and the MPP government to take over the country for a better future. Greetings to Dr. Ampem Daku. You say he's a chairman. Okay. Meshach in Amasama, you say, nobody hates the Honorable Apenyo Markins, but we must tell him the truth. The Ghana Gold Board does not export nor sell gold. They do the purchasing from miners and reserves the gold for Bank of Ghana. It means that they are only a mediator between the legal miners and BOG. So how on earth can the minority MPs blame Gold Board over the loss in trading? And there's nowhere in the reports where the IMF said that the loss was incurred by Gold Board. Apenyo must know this. Okay. Kito sends me a voice note. So let me play what Kito has for us this morning. I'm playing Kito's voice note too. Oh, okay. Let me take a few more messages in that regard. This one says, good morning, sir. Please, I'm still waiting for your invitation to talk about QNet. That company, I thought the authorities were dealing with that. Those who took money from people in the form of helping them to travel, and then nothing really happened. Yeah. Okay. Let me try again if we can hear Kito. Unfortunately, I don't know. Kito, we're playing your voice, but I don't know if maybe the recording was not done in the best of ways because we can't hear the sound of the voice note that you have sent. This one is coming from Eben in Kwabinya. You say, good morning. Please, I think it's high time government takes advantage of this spillage of Bagri Dam than destroying properties and farms. Do something, my president, for the spillage. Oh. And you say, greetings to the Honorable Julius Debra, the Honorable Peter Kwesi Mensah of Tema Shipyard, and my MC Agbo of Ghana East, and Anampim, Eastern Regional Women Organizer. You say still maintain. Hey, Eben, no politics. My big brother Papa BCU sends me a message and says, good morning. You believe the NPP via failure marking at your own risk. Under their watch in governments, the likes of Apenyon, Kujopon, Nkrumah, etc. kept mute when Nanado, as president, and his cousin, Kenu Furiata, messed up our economy via corrupt activities, leading to majority of Ghanaians suffering. Today, businessmen and women are able to plan well due to transactions of gold board, bringing stability to the economy and so on. The city has never crossed 13 cities under their watch. They should give us a break. Okay. Papa BCU sends those one. Okay. Mrs. Saki has sent a message. She says, happy belated birthday to Christine Judith Enyo Saki. You say, age gracefully. Divine health and direction be your portion. We love you, Mama. And this one is coming from Daddy and Junior, your husband. You say, have a good one. Okay. Happy birthday to you as well. You can also keep your messages coming on WhatsApp number 0500,000 202 0500,000 202. I'll be very, very happy to hear from you this morning on 0500,000 202 0500,000 202. This is class 91.3, and let me just quickly go for this short musical break, and then when we return, we continue with the show. I would love to hear from you, as always.
Enclave. Here is Andakona, to be specific. And last visit, Minister, we visited the campsite, which is not too far from here. I think somewhere last June, around the last month, I came here together with the Municipal Assembly, and we hadn't seen much. So we want to commend the contractor for speeding up work within the past few weeks. And as you could see, it's linking many more communities that I can think of. It's cutting across almost 5 different municipal assemblies. And it's also going to help us with transportation around this corridor. So anyone coming from the highway or the expressway can bypass the central business area without having to go and add to the traffic in town. So I want to appreciate the connectivity and the work you are doing for the region and the country at large. Just within the same enclave, around the Secho enclave, we are connecting Agogo to Mame Krobo, which is within the eastern region. So what it also means is that if you are going to eastern region and you have no business within Nkoko and among others, you can equally connect through Agogo to Mosipeni to Mame Krobo. So I want to appreciate the work that you are doing with regards to the road connectivity over here. Beyond that, the town routes are also ongoing. Agogo town route is ongoing, Edra among others. So once again, welcome to the region, and we would keep an eye on the work as ongoing, and we'll be updating you if there is any challenge whatsoever. So welcome once again, and thank you. To Enclave. Here is Andakona, to be specific. And last visit, Minister, we visited the campsite, which is not too far from here. I think somewhere last June, around the last month, I came here together with the Municipal Assembly, and we hadn't seen much. So we want to commend the contractor for speeding up work within the past few weeks. And as you could see, it's linking many more communities that I can think of. It's cutting across almost 5 different municipal assemblies. And it's also going to help us with transportation around this corridor. So anyone coming from the highway or the expressway can bypass the central business area without having to go and add to the traffic in town. So I want to appreciate the connectivity and the work you are doing for the region and the country at large. Just within the same enclave, around the Secho enclave, we are connecting Agogo to Mame Krobo, which is within the eastern region. So what it also means is that if you are going to eastern region and you have no business within Nkoko and among others. You can equally connect through Agogo to Mosipeni to Mame Krobo. So I want to appreciate the work that you are doing with regards to the road connectivity over here. Beyond that, the town routes are also ongoing. Agogo town route is ongoing, the Dra among others. So once again, welcome to the region, and we would keep an eye on the work as ongoing, and we'll be updating you if there is any challenge whatsoever. So welcome once again, and thank you. To Enclave. Here is Andakona, to be specific. And last visit, Minister, we visited the campsite, which is not too far from here. I think somewhere last June, around the last month, I came here together with the Municipal Assembly, and we hadn't seen much. So we want to commend the contractor for speeding up work within the past few weeks. And as you could see, it's linking many more communities that I can think of, scattered across almost 5 different municipal assemblies. And it's also going to help us with transportation around this corridor. So anyone coming from the highway or the expressway can bypass the central business area without having to go and add to the traffic in town. So I want to appreciate the connectivity and the work you are doing for the region and the country at large. Just within this same enclave, around the Secho enclave, we are connecting Agogo to Mame Krobo, which is within the eastern region. So what it also means is that if you are going to eastern region and you have no business within Nkoko and among others, you can equally connect through Agogo to Mosipeni to Mame Krobo. So I want to appreciate the work that you are doing with regards to the road connectivity over here. Beyond that, the town routes are also ongoing. Agogo town route is ongoing, the Dra among others. So once again, welcome to the region, and we would keep an eye on the work as ongoing, and we'll be updating you if there is any challenge whatsoever. So welcome once again, and thank you. To Enclave.
I can also assure that the President's vision for the Accra-Kumasi Expressway is not a substitute for the existing Accra-Kumasi project. Indeed, as I said earlier, one of the contractors has completed. 2 of them are one of them is actually back on site. 2 of them may be back to site before the end of the month. So the government has not abandoned the existing Accra-Kumasi bypasses. The new expressway is supposed to be an alternative route to Kumasi, not that we want to abandon that one. So I want to assure the people of the region that the bypass projects are ongoing, and God willing, we'll finish all of those within the 2027 deadline that we have for ourselves. And I want to commend those contractors who have returned to site and those who are getting ready to come back to site. I can also assure that the President's vision for the Accra-Kumasi Expressway is not a substitute for the existing Accra-Kumasi project. Indeed, as I said earlier, one of the contractors has completed. 2 of them are one of them is actually